Hi, it's Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. Today's video is a sewing video. It's just a refashion of this purple top from something that I don't love into something that I do love. So if you're interested, stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, I talk about all kinds of things. Camping, glamping, fashion, family, living in a small town in the mountains of Northern California, and everything that goes with that. We're photographers, so there's all kinds of fun things I love to talk about, but today it's sewing, one of my loves. And refashion is a passion of mine. I love to refashion things like sweaters and turn them into something cool, and so you might see that in some of my videos and also on my blog, which is farrellfocus.com. But today, I'm taking this top that I don't love because it was just too poofy in the front and turned it into something that I do love. And I'm very excited to show you how I did that. Are you ready? Let's go. So for me, something really blousy in the front or on the top, it really just makes me look bigger. And I'm small down here, so just the bigger up here, the smaller here, it just looks bigger. Does that make sense? It's out of proportion. So even though I would like to hide this area, I wouldn't blouse it up because that just makes me look bigger than reality. Reality would be better than this. So if I'm moving, it's just huge. You see? So this blouse, this piece has to be changed. So basically, if you look, for example, okay, I'm going to tell you something funny. I wish that everybody could just see me straight on and never see my side profile. Because I have this chin, this big double chin, and all of this side profile. Don't look. Can you just not look? But I'm going to minimize it by just having things that fit. So if you look at it, here's what I look like at my size is right here. But the reality is a little bit better. So this is making me look even bigger than the reality, which is not great. So why would I want that? So I want something that's just going to hug my figure a little bit more. I hope that I can figure something out for this. If I can, I'll have a video. If I can't, you'll never know. So I'm going to try and fix this. What do you think? Welcome back to my sewing room. If you haven't seen my sewing room, I've shown it a couple of times in some decluttering videos. This is the front of the top, and as you can see, there's the blousey part right here. It's very poofy. And what I have come to realize is that it is one big piece of fabric. See if I can show you. Maybe it'd be better on a hanger, but can you see that? Here, I'll just show you laying down. So this is the V-neck, and the reason that there's a little t-shirt underneath is because this V-neck is open all the way down. When you're wearing it, it sort of crisscrosses because this is one big piece of fabric. It starts here, and it comes down here, and then it just loops back up here. And there you've got it, one big piece of fabric. So the only thing I can think to do to start even playing with this is to cut it. Cut this right here. And I'm going to start with that. I'm laying it flat. I am just going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut it right here. It's cut. So either this top is now ruined forever or it's going to turn into something great. But I'm thinking if I hold it up, it's just going to fall, dangle down. Actually, I'm not even sure that that's not bad. So what I think I'm going to do next is put it on my dressmaker dummy and sort of play with it. So what do you think? You want to watch that? Okay, so no more blouse. Now it's just loose. And how it is, it's folded under right here. So it's folded under quite a bit. I could just hem it and wear it like that. I kind of like it, but it's fitted in the back. I'd like it to be the same in the front. I'm kind of thinking that a crisscross might be nice, where it's actually like that instead of loose, where it was blousy. It would just take it in just the right amount, and I could hem that and just have a crisscross blouse. So see that? That to me flattens it right here at the stomach instead of that extra 3 to 4 inches just blousing out. And when you move, that blouse flows out even more. That just brings it in. So I would still keep the turn under if I could. So it's turned under right here about that much. So let's keep it turned under about the same. Do my wrap and just tack it right here and tack it right here, and then even out my hem. And I would just do a machine rolled hem, just something small and slight. And I think while I'm at it, I would cut this long piece off and make it a little shorter. See how long it is? It's just weird. It's like too long. I would cut it off maybe right about. You know what else might be cute? Since you can't see this bow, it's in the back underneath my hair, is I might just put like a little snap or a hook and an eye right there. Take this ribbon and put it right here, as like on this hip, and make it kind of a cute little bow that actually is part of the design. What do you think? I'm starting to like this. So that's going to be my plan. I'm just going to do that. See what happens. Thanks, darling. Thanks, my darling. She's my buddy, my twin. Have you seen the video where I made this dress form? It's kind of like a big pillow, but it fits my body. She is my exact measurements, exact. And I made it myself, and I'm just super happy with the way she turned out. So, okay, let's sew. Okay, so this refashioning of this blouse is gonna go down. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tack these to the side, and I am going to just do that by hand just to kind of start and see if I like it. Do you remember this video where I put all my thread in these cool little containers? Ooh, I do have a purple. Yahoo! So the dang video just keeps cutting off for no reason that I can think of. Everything seems fine, but it just keeps saying movie recording has stopped automatically. Well, automatically, please stop doing that, please. Okay, so let's figure out what I'm going to do here. Okay, so the video keeps cutting off. It just keeps saying movie has stopped recording. I don't even know what's been recorded. This top is going to be finished, and I won't even know if I got a video to show you. So I'm going to show you that I am just tacking the first side, which is underneath, the underneath side, with some purple thread that I already had. And where's my needle? Because I had to get up and try to fix my camera. So basically I'm just stitching it and just tacking it right to the underneath. So I'm going to come up close and show you. There's no light right here. This is not good. But I'm just tacking it right here to this underneath part. This is not going to show. It doesn't like me doing this. It doesn't want to focus. But I thought I would just show you. Hope you can see that. Okay. I made my camera mad again. It doesn't want to do that. This is not a professional situation here, just so you know. Oopsie. Got caught on my pin. Alright, I'm done. It's pinned. I mean, it's tacked. It's this is how I'm doing it. This is not temporary, unless it's wrong and doesn't fit or whatever. Then I could take it out pretty easy. But if this works, this is it. All right, let's do the other side. The other side needs to be done nicely. That side was done nicely, though. Don't worry. And guess what I would mean by that is it needs to be turned under a little. So it is not being tacked to the lining because it's being tacked to the fabric that was already crossed over. Does that make sense to you? So I'm just going to turn it a little, kind of just like it was at the top. It was turned up here. Do you see that? It was turned. I'm turning it a little. So I decided to turn it this much because that's how I pinned it and that's what fit. So if you can't see, because purple on purple, right? Am I even in focus? Okay, sometimes that's the way to tell. I could cut that out. So it's kind of turned under about that much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it back where it was, pinned right here. Now I am sewing it not to the underlining, but at that spot. So the underlining ends right here. So I'm going to tack it right here so that when I hem, I can hem it right across. I do not want my knot to show, so I'm going to come up from underneath. I didn't tie a knot. Oh my gosh. There's so much you never see. Oh, what the heck, I show it. I show it all. Okay. Once again, because this is going to show, I'm going to come up from underneath. So I'm kind of holding it inside. This is going to come up through the lining and through the other piece of fabric right on the edge there. I'm trying to come right on the edge, and it caught on my knot. And now I'm just going to try and do some little tiny stitches that hopefully won't even show. You won't even notice. I need a camera right here, looking right here. Wouldn't that be cool? But I don't have it. And I'm going to do one more. Only this one's going straight down. And I'm going to tie my knot on the inside, so it won't show. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. It is now tacked to kind of a crisscross. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do now is pin it where I think I need it hemmed. And then I'm going to try it on me, not my dressmaker dummy, but me, and just see if I like it. And then I'll put it back on her and kind of just clean up my hem. And then I'm going to cut my hem, roll my hem, and sew my hem. And then I've got a top. But I do believe I like the idea of removing this ribbon and putting a hook and eye there, because number one, it gets caught in my hair. If I can't even tie the bow, it gets caught in my hair, and it's lost as a design feature. And I can either use this ribbon on something else or on this blouse, which I'm kind of thinking would be cute right on the hip, right on the side. It would be nice to find out it's not crooked when I put it on. So I'm going to measure it with this little hem gauge. So from here to here is 3. From here to here is just a little longer than 3. So let's move that down to 3. If you watch my channel, you're already warned, right, that I'm not a perfectionist? I want to be. It's just, I'm too impatient. Okay. I'm just going to pin it up here so it won't flop down when I try it on, because this will just get cut off. But I'm not going to cut it until I see if I like it. Because what if I don't? That would be bad. So now let's pin the front. For that, I need to go right side out because I need to be able to see it. It's got this lining. Now, I think the lining was just right, so I'm not hemming that. But I do want the blouse to be hemmed just below the lining. You don't want the lining to show, so you want the hem to be longer than the lining, but not by a whole lot, just enough. For me, I'm just kind of feeling it's about a finger width. Is that a good exact measurement for you? If you like winging it, you're in the right place. I'm excited. This is going to be so cute. I will wear the heck out of this. Be cute with a little jacket over it. So this is the other one, and I'm going to hem it a little longer than the other. Does that make sense? So the second one is going a little another finger width. How about that? All pinned. I want to look up here. See, this is a really long piece. That's going to flop down when I try it on. So let me just tack that up here a little bit. Just want to get an idea if I like it or not. So it's not perfect. This will all get cut off. Okay. Just going to hold it up and take a look. I like the back. Do you? And I like the front. You know, actually, to be honest with you, this blouse doesn't look that different. It just looks better. Like it's going to fit better. So I'm going to go try it on. And if all is well, I'm going to, I'm probably just going to sew it. I don't want to reset the whole camera just to show you, but oh my gosh, this looks so much better to me. I don't like super short tops, but this one just has to be right here because that's where that little lining ended. And so I matched the back, and I like this top way better now. I'm definitely taking off the ribbon. It's just in my way back there anyway, and I might put it right here. Just kind of have a little, that would be cute. Or have no ribbon. All right, I'm gonna take it off and get to fixing it. Oh my gosh, pins were flying everywhere. I'm definitely taking these off. Just cut it off really close. Yeah, you can't even tell there was anything there, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna put a hook and eye right there. Let's get that out of the way. Now I don't have to deal with that. What I need to deal with is how to cut this. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it, and then I'm gonna turn it. But at first I'm gonna see if I can iron it. I don't know if this fabric will hold any kind of ironing, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so I took this little tiny scrap and I ironed it. Can you see the crease? That's pretty awesome. I mean, that is a really nice crease. So this fabric held that crease really well. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a crease where all my pins are. Now it's going to be marked where I want my hem to be. And one of the things I like to do is I hate the idea of melting fabric. I mean, I've cut the tag out of this, so I don't remember what the fabric is. So what I like to do is I do this with almost everything. I just lay it on my ironing board, and then I have an old sheet that I've cut up into different sizes, and I just lay a piece of sheet over it and press. And then it's safe. And I don't get anything on my iron, and I don't melt my clothes. It's just a little step that I just feel like helps me because I'm not careful enough. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press all of these hems under, and then I can trim it and turn it under and sew it. What do you think? I don't even know if this video is going to turn out. It's been such, move the camera. It is hard to show you guys everything. Just need a camera like right here, like a headlamp. Wouldn't that be perfect? Okay, so I ironed it. I'm just going to take out my pins and see what I have. All right, so I have a line. It's marked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ruler, and I'm going to measure what I want my hem allowance to be. And I'm going to hem it under a half an inch. So I'm going to do an inch. I'm going to mark off an inch, and then I'm going to roll it. Does that make sense? So let me think here. If I roll it, that would be 1, 2. Yeah, that'd be, I think I'll be happy with that. My camera's haunted. It turned off on me again. I don't even know what you saw. But I am going to take my line that I ironed, and I'm going to measure an inch. And I'm going to call that my hem allowance, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to trim it. This is just a little piece of chalk for sewing. I got it at Joann's. I hope this turns out, otherwise I did a lot of filming for nothing. Luckily, that little piece is an inch, so I don't have to trim that. My last layer. Okay, I'm going to trim based on this line. Well, that was far from perfect. Maybe I should have used a rotary cutter or something. This just needs this little corner cut off, so I'll be more careful this time. It's slippery fabric. It's not my fault. I measured the wrong side on the back. I'm cutting it an inch too short. Now that's the kind of thing I'm really good at, like measuring things backwards, sewing things together backwards, doing it backwards, doing it wrong. Okay, so I didn't actually do it. I only marked to do it. So now I'm going to mark it again the right way. Did you notice that? And you're like, don't do it. She's cutting it the wrong way. Close enough. Okay, now I'm cutting it in the right place. Maybe my scissors aren't sharp enough. Maybe that's part of my problem. Okay, so this is what my top is going to look like now. I just have to hem it. So I'm going to do a machine rolled hem, and I haven't shown this on my channel, but I'm sure if you Google it, it's pretty simple. But basically, I'm going to sew a line, and then I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to sew as close to that line as I can get. Then I'm going to trim as close to that as I can get, and I'm going to roll it one more time. This is my finished refashioned purple top, and I love it. It's perfect. I'm totally going to wear this now, and I didn't wear it before because it was just too poofy right here. And I have just found that if I wear poofy clothes in my front, it just makes me look bigger, because that's my trouble area. That's where I feel like I want to minimize, not emphasize. And so I feel like sometimes we feel like if I could just put something loose over it, it would hide it. And I think the opposite is happening. It's making it look even bigger. And that's kind of been my experience. And I've noticed that when I'm in pictures, I'm like, whoa, that didn't minimize anything. That did not hide anything. It just made it look bigger. So what I did is I just took the poof out and I added the ribbon. So I like the ribbon because it was behind the neck, and now I just put a snap, not a snap, I did a hook and eye in the back, and then I put the ribbon right here. I did a machine rolled hem, so it's just the same all the way around. And so instead of having all that poof right here, it's just flat. And it's, you know, it's still, I wish my tummy was flatter, or that I was smaller right in here, but I also don't want to wear a tent there so that it looks bigger. So this top is, for me, a lot more flattering. Before, I loved the color, I loved the fabric, I loved this bow, but the bow was hidden. What I didn't love was the poofiness. It's all, everything else was great, so it's still there. So I hope you enjoyed my refashion, and if you have a poofy top, now you know you can fix it. I mean, really, you can fix anything. If you don't love it, why not make it something you do love? That's my thought. So what did you think? It turned out great. I'm super happy with it. If you would, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love comments. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you'll be notified the next time I do a video. And once again, I do videos on all kinds of things like sewing, fashion, camping, glamping, pretty much everything. So I love your comments. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye now.